that this was an establishment mouthpiece closing ranks. And these were patterned. Al Jazeera's Labour Files documentary series later documented the internal factional communications that shaped how Corbyn was presented to both the public and the party, and how he was undermined from within. But the public did not require the leak to see the pattern. The emotional and tonal language used in coverage communicated that quite plainly. It was not that Corbyn was wrong, or that his policies were impractical. It's that Corbyn could never be legitimised. The BBC does not need to declare illegitimacy, it just signals it. It performs it. It repeats it enough times that it becomes the emotional context in which all discussion ends up occurring. Therefore, Corbyn's leadership made something visible that had always been present but not widely recognised. That the BBC is not a passive observer of politics, it is an active participant in shaping political plausibility. It does not determine election outcomes directly, but it shapes the emotional and conceptual boundaries of what counts as a serious position. It does not silence dissent, it renders dissent unserious. It doesn't lie necessarily, it prioritises, it repeats, it selects, it frames. It asks certain questions over and over again, and never others. And over time, the public learns to recognise these patterns long before they are articulated to them. They internalise the cues. They detect when a figure is being positioned rather than presented. They can spot people they fancy might be a plant in the Question Time audience, for example, because they believe the BBC does such things increasingly, and not necessarily without reason either, when said audience members end up turning out to be exposed as the odd councillor from a given party, for example. They notice when the conversation does not expand but narrows as well. Trust is not broken at that moment. Trust is simply redistributed. The BBC remains what it is, what it always has been, but it no longer occupies the unquestioning centre of public meaning. Gaza accelerated this redistribution again.